I hope you guys are enjoying the curtains and the similar video sounds in the background. Because my son is just like, he's not having it today. Okay, how do I? Y'all, I got this new phone and I don't know how to work it all the way. Why is it not letting me pin my comment? You see what I'm saying? This is why I can't with Instagram. Or my phone. I don't know. But anyway, hey everybody. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to bring on my co-host, Kayla. So I'm going to try to do this right. Y'all bear with me. It's my first time. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're waiting on Kayla now. First time here, people. Hey, Kayla.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. So listen, I was telling everyone that's in and joining in, people are joining in. I was like, listen, y'all bear with us, bear with us, or me, because this is my first time doing the whole add a guest on to the Instagram live. So they're being gracious.
Good, because hi.
So listen, everyone, Kayla's a little under the weather, but she's here with us, and I'm so happy because I'm not feeling that good either, but we're here. We showed up for you guys. So give us some hearts. Make sure you join in this dialogue, in this conversation, because we'd rather be in bed. No, we'd rather be here with you, but
I'm in bed.
you're in bed. Ooh, wait a minute. So sidebar, and my husband, I think my husband joined on here. He's always like joining my lives to be supportive, but I actually, Kayla, you and I, we have the same headboard. It's the same color and everything. I thought that was your couch, but that's your bed.
This is my bed. That's
Okay,
my bed.
cool.
I'm in
See,
bed.
so many reasons we are connected, you know? We have the same taste in decor. Yes, this is what y'all need to know about it. Build your network. Christopher knows what I'm talking about. Build your network. So, you guys, welcome to this collaborative live. Kayla, you'll have to do the screenshots. This is sidebar. This is sidebar. No, but Kayla you'll have to do the screenshots because I'm scared of me and my technology or lack of.
I think I got it.
Okay, cool. We'll tell you about the screenshots later, you guys. But anyway, love it working from the comfort of your bed. Yes,
that's right.
Y'all, listen. We have to just do what we have to do. Kayla, are you a mom?
I'm a mom of two. I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they're precious little monsters.
Yes, but monsters nonetheless.
We love them, but yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, so I asked you that because I have a son who's 5.5, and a lot of my followers know I homeschool and I work from home and all of this. And so like all of my clients who are like, well, I don't have time because the kids are only, or I don't even have kids. And I'm like, listen, we just do what we got to do. Whether you have kids or not. Girl, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
See, the only reason I could be a mom is because they go to school. It's like the only way I survive.
Why are you teasing me?
Sorry. You're awesome. You're great for homeschooling.
I want it to be like you. I have no good reason why I'm homeschooling other than I'm going to sound like, some religious. Only because God is making me. And I'm being obedient. Okay, that's a whole nother show. But anyway, so you guys, we're going to talk about how to use branding or elements of interior design and decorating to brand your business. And what kind of spurred this for me is, if you guys are following me on Instagram, I posted about a week ago. There is a place where I go and get my eyebrows done. And I just love where I go. And not just because she does an impeccable job in her services and personality wise, which is a huge thing when you're offering products or services to someone, right? It's very, very, very important that you actually have a good product or service. But oops. See, there I go, trying to get fancy. But it's also really important, and it makes a difference when your atmosphere evokes a certain feeling, emotion, or vibe, whatever you want to call it, that coincides with what you're actually trying to portray. So that's what kind of spurred this on for me. And I was like, dang, I posted on my Instagram, and it's still up there if you guys want to take a look. But I was like, that would make a great like live or collaborative type of thing. And Kayla and I are both members of a group that helps business owners like us who work online or, with different people all over. And we decided,
Awesome group.
a very, very awesome group. And we decided we're going to get together and do this because Kayla is an interior designer, an expert interior designer by trade. And she told me she's worked with some boutique owners. So I was like, you got to come out and tell my community what you know. So
Hi.
thanks for being here, Kayla.
No problem. I'd love to help.
Was that
No,
too much intro?
It's a really good idea because people a lot of times focus on like what they're selling, not so much what their store looks like. And it's really, really important to give like a good experience, make people want to stay.
It is, especially for people who have a brick and mortar. I don't care if you're just doing pop-ups. I don't care if you're vending at an event or if you have a permanent brick and mortar space. You guys, you can totally do this. Now, I'm coining this thing, interior branding, but is there a technical, is that a technical thing, Kayla? Did I just make that up based off my experience as a brick and mortar owners?
I mean, it works. People say a lot of things. People ask me if I do design branding. People ask me if somebody opened a chain of pizza stores and they like want to know if I could design by brand. There's all these kind of things that I don't know that it has an official name. If it does, I don't know. But
okay. Well, I just gave it one, so boom.
Yeah, interior branding.
Interior branding. Doesn't that it sounds sexy and stuff too. Sounds real official.
It sounds professional.
Okay. So what does that mean, or at least what it means to me, you guys, is that when a person comes into your space, they should literally, your brand translates into the space itself, your overall brand. And so a lot of times we get fixated when we hear the term brand and we're thinking instantly like colors and logo.
Yep.
And branding is so much bigger than that. It's like way bigger.
So the colors do matter. You do want to keep like your store in the colors, but you want to also think about like the vibe, like what your brand does have a vibe. Like, I just went to this pop-up shop. I saw she jumped on, which reminded me that this girl, the Shira show, I went to her pop-up shop and it was a pop-up shop, but she had managed to bring her whole entire vibe, which is like hilarious comedy, into the pop-up shop. She had like awesome music blasting. She had balloons all over the place. And she managed to bring like her whole entire personality of the brand into it. So it's not just the color and the font and the sign. It's like a personality.
Yeah, I would agree. So it's more about infusing the personality, the brand that you're trying to convey into the space by using different types of decoration, colors, and even like design or like the flow.
Right.
Would you say?
So there's a few things. Like one thing I would say to like really, really focus on is your first impression. Like when you're like going on a date with someone, you want to make sure that you like putting your best foot forward, make yourself look really good. Mm-hmm. And like, not wearing sweats. So you go like, that's like what it is. Like when somebody comes into your store, their first impression, like the minute they walk into the store is going to decide if they're going to stay or if they're going to leave or if they're going to stay for a few minutes and never come back.
Right.
So you want to make sure that the first impression is really like one of, oh, I want to stay here. And when somebody wants to stay there, it's not because they got your message. It's because they felt calm. It's because they felt like this is a good place to be and they felt safe. So you kind of want to make sure that when you get, like when somebody walks into your store, the first thing that they...
Keep talking, Kayla.
The first thing that they see when they walk in is a focal point. It's not like a bunch of tiny little objects and items and clutter. It's just like one big focal point. So for example, if I'm a mom, I would love it if I walked into a store that has to do with being a mom and the focal point was like some like, I don't know, a joke about being a mom or something that I could relate to, something that made me feel like, oh, this is a safe place for me, and not like all of your merchandise all at once, and not like a bunch of clutter, not big shelf. You want to make sure that it's a focal point and it's a first impression, and like that's the message that you want people to see the first second that they walk in. It doesn't have to be your whole store. The rest of the store can be merchandise, but like the first thing you see when you walk in should just be one very cohesive, very clear message, not like a bunch of clutter.
Right.
Sorry.
So I think unless your store is called, you know, Clutter Closet, I don't think clutter should be anywhere in your store. Now that's just, I can't do clutter. Like, personal note, like I can't do like, I mean, some of these like Forever 21s, TJ Maxx's, and I love a good deal, but I can't do the whole where you got to dig and pry to get to the
hand. You walk in and you're like, where do I start? Where do I start?
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming.
And on the flip side, I can't do like walk into a store and you feel like you just walked into a house party, you know, like Abercrombie and Fitch. Like, I get it, but see, I'm 40, I'll be 41 soon. So I get that I can't deal with that, but some 20-year-olds can. That's cool. Like, what's that?
Is that I can't deal with it.
What is that, like Hollister or something? You walk in, it's like boom, boom,
and
boom,
it's dark.
Boom. And it's dark. I'm like, are we in a nightclub or am I here to look at some clothes? Anyway, I'm old. That's a personal note. So I totally agree with you that it should have like a vibe, and it's going to be instant. So I think whether or not whether business owners are aware of it or not, that what you give off, it's happening whether you're consciously creating it or not. Right. And if you're not consciously creating what that space should feel like or be like, then, you know,
it's very conscious. You have to think about it very, very consciously.
I would agree. So outside of like having, like, as soon as someone walks in, they should have some sort of a focal point that helps define that brand. Like, what are 3 things that make for good design or even decorating, you know, when it comes to boutique niche businesses? Like, what are 3 good tips on?
So I was trying to think, because you asked me this question before we jumped on live. I was trying to think. There's so many. Like, there are so many.
Yeah.
But like, I would say one of them that I get asked a lot is the accent wall. People a lot of times are scared to do an accent wall. They're scared to do a dark color because they don't want the space to look like smaller or overwhelming. But here's the thing: if you make an accent wall and you use a cold color, so meaning people have this okay, there's dark, there's light, but there's also cold and warm, right? Mm-hmm. So if you do a dark red wall, it will make your space look smaller. But if you did a dark blue wall, it would make your space actually look bigger, because cold colors recede and make your space look bigger. So if you put in your accent wall a dark color or your brand color, it will make your space look bigger. And it kind of just gives somebody a place to like go to after they come in. They go to the focal point and then they like go to the accent wall, and then you can put on your accent wall either the like main things that you want to sell or whatever you have on sale, or like the introductory products, whatever it is that the first thing that you want your clients to look at or your customers to look at, then you would put it on that wall. I was trying to say it's like a funnel. Like, you know, you have like a bio and then you have
so good. Listen, my friend, I have a friend that's on that is I call her my funny fairy. She's probably over there like jumping the wall. You just said funnel and blended it with like design. I love that. That's awesome.
An exposed brick wall would totally work too.
I love the exposed brick wall.
They're beautiful. And if it goes with your branding and it goes with your designs, like, why not?
And you know what?
Go for it.
A lot of people think that like exposed brick, I've heard people say, well, that feels kind of cold, but I actually think it's the opposite. I think brick wall can feel very intimate and warm.
It depends. I mean, you could do like a dark one, like if you paint it black or white, then maybe, but if you keep it like natural, I think that's very warm.
Yeah. I love that. That was a great, I love that. Okay. So, something else that you talked about with colors. So I think another big thing, especially when I'm going to specifically talk like to boutique owners, like clothing boutique owners, right? In this instance, is that one of the things I hear so many boutique owners instantly want to go to like pinks in a women's clothing boutique. And it's like, you know what? Women gravitate. A lot of people would be surprised to know that a lot of women don't like pink.
Hate pink.
They hate pink, and people always want to use pink in a branding color when it comes to clothing boutiques. And I think that they think that that's an attractive color for women.
One of the things I wrote down was that you shouldn't listen to any rules. There's like
Yeah.
all these rules about the psychology.
Except the ones you're telling us right now.
The what?
Except
no,
for rules.
what I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you should definitely listen to. Like, my rules are golden. No, I'm kidding. You don't even have to listen to me. But there's all these rules about, like, the psychology of color and, like, what colors make people want to buy, what colors make people want to stay. And, like, it really just depends on your ideal client. Like, if you're selling, like, okay, like Victoria's Secret stuff, then, yeah, it should probably be pink. But if you're, like, selling, like, random clothes to, like, women who are over the age of 12, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pink is just like bubble gum. It doesn't like speak maturity to me. Like, I would buy from a store that's like decorated in metallics more than I would buy from a store that's decorated in pink.
Girl, Caressa, this is the funnel fairy, you guys. Caressa Lene, that's my bestie. That's my business bestie. And you know she loves funnels because she came with a whole paragraph question. How can you create a space
We're
or
both
wall
like, wait, what?
that's Instagrammable, not trendy?
This is like a big thing. You want to have, it's like an Instagram spot on your in your store that you can, it's almost like a place that people can post to social media. You're giving
like
them
a
a reason
backdrop?
to post on social media.
Like some kind of purposed backdrop?
Yeah, like a backdrop, a chalkboard wall that like you write like something of the day or whatever. You just want to have like something that's very unique to you. And then like, okay, for example, there's this shop here near where I live. It's called My Mother's Amour. And she has like the front of her store is like this really cool like mold black like framing. Like it's very pretty storefront. All of her pictures are like in front of it. And then, like, whenever you go, like, you're going to take a picture of that window with the gold words, My Mother's Amour, and the black framing, because, like, that's her Instagram thing. And you're going to be like,
Gotcha.
I went here. I'm cool. She has a bazillion followers, and I bought from her, and I'm cool. Like, you want to have that Instagram moment, that thing, and then you just talk about it all the time. Put it in your stories all the time. Just always have.
So feature those people. Oh, this is like a marketing tip here, kind of blended in. So, like, yeah, like a step repeat. Like,
exactly. Like a permanent place there that just people will just like know. That's how people recognize you. People just like know you, recognize you, come in and stay there.
Right. And so when these people tag you and show themselves on their wall, their post, they're in your space, then you share it, right? So like I love that. Great. Yeah. Great.
But
that's
not
a great
even that.
tip.
Like you can post on every morning. Like every morning post like what you put on the motivational poster today or whatever it is.
That's totally cool. So let's talk about company while I look at stuff.
Hey
online.
Miriam, that's my friend.
Oh, was that who you were just talking about?
No.
Was at the store? Okay. Anyway,
No,
hey Miriam, thanks for being here.
That would be cool. She has like 40,000 followers. If she was on here, I would be very, very honored. Like very.
Cool. All right. So let's talk about the difference because we're talking about using decor and design and we're giving these tips. But what I don't want people to misunderstand is that we're not talking about a theme per se, because it's very easy to get themey and just that becomes cheesy very, very, very quickly.
It depends. I mean, you want to stick
unless that's your brand.
No, you want to stick with the same style. Okay, I'm an architect, right? So I went to school for architectural engineer. The first assignment we had, the first thing we had that we had to build was a store. We had to do a boutique. Okay. And the thing that I chose out of the hat was a wine and cheese store. And I designed the most adorable wine and cheese store that literally looked like a barrel of wine. My teacher was like, throw that in the garbage. She's like, nobody wants to buy a shoe from a store that looks like a shoebox. Nobody. I'm like, okay, you're right. So she's like, you want to like stick with the same like theme, the same idea. You want to have like continuity. You want it to like kind of like all be cohesive, but don't like go tacky with it. You know what I mean? Like don't like get tacky.
I like that. Cohesive, not themey. It's not a themed
like it could be
party.
Industrial or rustic or like whatever, and you can go all out with that, but you don't have to like
right. That's brand, like that's a brand. That's not a theme, because the theme is just when you just take it way, way too far. So for instance, one of my boutiques was called I Love This Look. And so my brand, if you will, everything about that was encouraging women to embrace the way they looked individually. So some of the things I did without being a theme was my store had a lot of mirrors because I wanted women to consciously see themselves
But
as they
that's
saw
branding.
others.
That's
Exactly,
branding.
exactly. And I had like quotes that were inspirational
I love
about
that.
body images and things like that. And I had a whole wall. So this step repeat wall that you talked about,
Right.
or that we talked about, actually had a wall like that. And I literally just had cutouts from magazines of women of all ethnicities, all sizes, all ages. Because if I hear another woman tell me what she can't wear because she's a certain age, I'm like, that is, I don't care if you're 90 and you have legs like Tina Turner, you can wear a skirt. But if you're 18 and your legs look like,
You're 90.
then that's a problem. That's, so it's not age, it's not size, it's individual.
It's you.
It's you. So I totally love that. Okay, so I'm trying to stay on topic. You guys stay on because I can talk now. All right, so we might have already covered this, but what's one of the biggest myths about decorating a business that you think like you've seen happen with people you've worked with?
Probably like that, like, you know what? It's the same thing. It's just the rules. It's just like, it's okay to do something that goes with your theme, that goes with your brand, and like, not even if like somebody's telling you that you can't do that. Like,
Yeah.
almost like what you were saying with the too many mirrors. Like, people would be like, oh my God, you can't do that. You're gonna walk in, it's gonna be too overwhelming. But that's your brand. Like, you should do that. That's your brand. And okay, like one more thing I just want to say.
Yes.
Is that if you have a small store especially, but you need to take advantage of the vertical.
Amen.
Sorry.
No, amen. Yes, the wall space. People leave that real estate for whatever reason.
But it's not just about the space. See, here's the thing. If you have people looking up, then they will be in a better mood. So so then they want to come back because your store made them in a better mood. So if you're coming into the store and immediately there's like an awesome chandelier, an awesome light fixture, or there's like, like shelves that go all the way up, something that's going to bring their eye up, they're going to be in a better mood immediately, and then they're going to want to stay in your store, and they're going to want to come back to your store.
I've literally never ever heard that, but I love it.
It's like you have to think of the person's I got stuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll repeat it. So when you have people looking up, when they have like vertical storage going up with a light fixture or shelving or anything that makes them look up, it automatically puts them in a better mood, because you have to think of like body language, right? So like when you look up, make somebody smile, you have to make somebody like move, dance around, like put like fun music or relaxing music, whatever vibe you're trying to give. You want them to act in the way that will make them feel better, right? Like even if you just put on the mirror like say cheese, like some singing picture.
Yeah.
Like it will make them smile, and then they're in a better mood. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get that.
So like, I don't know, like a lot of people, there's a lot of myths going on. You should go to Costco. Everybody's like, you can't go too high. It'll make it feel like it's falling on you, like it's gothic. But like, did you ever feel like the shelves in Costco were falling on you?
No.
Like no one feels like that, but they go all the way up to the ceiling.
Wow.
The other thing is, I would say, is like, you should also make it clear like where people should go. So like, remember you were saying like in Forever 21, like you feel overwhelmed and you want to leave. But like in IKEA, in the showroom, they have like all of those arrows.
The stickers on the floor.
Right. So you could do like, I don't know that you need to put arrows on your floor, especially if you have like a small store. But just like make it clear, make like a clear path where people should go.
I tell my clients that all the time, like set your store up. You should have a flow.
Right.
You should have a flow. Now IKEA is just like, listen, we're going third grade with you, and we're actually telling you with arrows.
But IKEA is so terrifying because like you can't leave.
You can't, but that's the point.
Walk through the whole entire thing.
Yeah, they're like, emergency exit. What's that? You got to follow the arrows. You know what I mean?
Nope, you're gonna burn.
But I like that they make it very, very clear. Now, like you said, we don't. Somebody, a mom and pop bakery doesn't have to have arrows on the floor. But still, like you said, set your tables and chairs up a certain way.
You're taking them on a journey. Like, you're taking them through the experience of, like, picking out what they want to eat and then buying it and then sitting down and eating it and enjoying it with their family and all that kind of stuff. Like, you're taking them on a journey, and you have to think about that and then, like, set it up so that they can fully experience the journey. So, like, make it that where they're sitting and eating their food is really, really cozy, and it's not. Also, like, if you have food, just don't use the color green. It does not make people want to buy food. Just a random.
What if you have a smoothie juice business? Would that be an exception?
This is like
Still
the whole
no?
thing. It's like I'm organic.
Still no.
I don't know.
Still no.
Look, I just told you not to listen to any rules. You can put green in there. But
you can, but it's not highly advised, is what you're saying. It's not highly advised.
I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, so 2 more things. Try to get to those.
Yeah. I'm going to pause you because my phone's going to die.
Oh, so it's not just me. I stay with a battery on like 20%.
I charged it before I got on this live. It did not help.
Oh my God, 20%. That's the story of my life. Computer too. Shit, if we're gonna be honest.
Nope, my computer's on 15%.
See, I knew we were connected. Like, we got the same headboard. We live life on the edge.
I'm telling you, there's a reason.
I'm like the commercial that comes on YouTube. I don't know if it comes on regular TV because I don't watch regular TV, but there's this commercial that comes on YouTube and everybody's running around. Do you have a plug? We're dying. My laptop's dying. My phone's dying. We're dying over here. Do you have a charger? I'm dying.
That is my life. That is my life.
Cool. Christopher says, awesome information here. Cool. Let's keep it going. Guys, we're going to do like 2 more questions and then Q&A if you have some questions that we didn't catch, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, crap. I lost one of the things that I was going to say. That just ticks me off. Thanks a lot, Kayla, for losing
I'm sorry, my
battery. Okay.
Oh, my God. Do you know that I can put filters on?
Okay.
Did not know that. Like, I look much better this whole entire.
You look fabulous. I love it. It's very natural.
Yes, very, very real.
Okay. Well, you might not get this, but my edges are not quite laying down, but it's okay. It's a whole ethnic thing.
You know I wear wigs, right?
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not wearing one today.
My hair. That's why I'm wearing this.
Okay. Well, we love it. It's an extension. A scarf. Scarves are extensions too.
What was the question?
I know. Let's get back to it. All right. So one of the things that a lot of people are concerned with, do Instagram live videos replay? I will be posting the replay here on my Instagram account, Shy versus Bold one. And then I'm going to send it to Kayla too. And I don't know what she's going to do with it, but she'll have it to repost. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you may be posting on your Facebook or something. I don't know. Wherever she wants to post it. But yeah, I will have the replay up for 24 hours here on my Instagram. So a lot of people get like, okay, I get this whole, interior branding. That sounds cool and all, but I don't have a lot of money. I have a budget. Once again, you guys, I don't want to hear about how a budget is holding you back, because my very first brick and mortar business, which was a full service day spa salon, which equipment, so like furnishings alone, not including the equipment, was budgeted at around $18,000. Well, no, that was the equipment. The furnishings was budgeted around $10,000, $10,000 to $12,000. I did it for like $300, and yet people raved about my decor. And secretly inside, I was cringing for the first like year and a half, because it wasn't my grand vision. You get what I'm saying? But people loved it. So when somebody comes to you and they're like, I don't have a big budget, I can't do it, I don't have my budget isn't big enough.
You don't need money.
Yeah.
Most of the things that I said here, you could do just right now for free. Just go do it.
Boom. So what are your go-to places? Like you're a designer, and what's like one of your favorite places for reasonable or budget friendly finds?
Well, I don't really know where your followers live.
I don't care. Just where we can Google it.
Yeah. So I do a lot of Wayfair.
Okay.
Like more like bookshelves and stuff like that. I also do a lot of Home Depot.
Okay.
Personally, I really don't like working with Lowe's, but I work a lot with Home Depot and I work a lot with Wayfair. And Wayfair has like all of these like All Modern, Birch Lane, Perigold, like all of these like sister stores. And for desks, chairs, all that kind of stuff, I always use HeyNeedle.com. They have like really awesome stuff.
I never heard of that.
Um,
I gotta write that down. Hay Needle?
yeah.
Okay.
If you're in New York, if you're in Brooklyn, there's somebody called Turf Office Furniture who he does like office furniture and all that kind of stuff. But I think he does more local. I don't think he does whatever, wherever you guys are. I don't know.
That's cool, but those are some good ones. I'm familiar with Wayfair.
Yeah, most people like.
I think
I
most
like
people have a
Wayfair.
Lowe's or
I
Home
like
Depot.
Overstocks. Overstocks you can't always return. You can't always replace. But Wayfair has an amazing return policy. Yeah, that's basically what I use when I go online. I like to use more local stuff anyways, cause like.
Sure.
But seriously, like go to Target. Go to Home
Girl, you have listen.
Like for real. If
When
you don't have
I'm coming to New
like,
York,
thousands of
you have
dollars.
just said the magic word. Target. I'm at Target at least 4 times a week. I'm there at least 4 times a week.
I know, right? It's because it's awesome. We should be like getting paid to promote Target.
I should be an influencer for Target because I'm always talking about Target. I ain't making a dime, or I should buy some stock, something. Listen, Target just my cartwheel on Target just told me the other day, you're so awesome. You just saved you've saved $159 using cartwheel. But you know what I thought? I was like, ooh, look how much money I've saved. But they didn't tell me, but how much money have I spent?
Right. It's like, oh, but like I did come here and I did not need all this stuff.
I came in here to get $1 popcorn from the cafe, and I've walked out with, you saved $159. So that means you spent too much.
Enough.
So, okay. All right,
I know, it's terrible. But for real, they have amazing storage solutions. They have amazing like home and office decor stuff. Plus, like, you can totally make your place fun. Home Goods has the funniest like quotes on these little pieces of wood that you can just die from. It's hilarious.
Girl, so speaking of storage at Target, y'all, and then but look at this. So Kayla just talked about this. This is my horrible office, and I might be hiring Kayla to help me figure out. I want to paint these walls white, black. Girl, this is cute. Listen, let me turn this around real quick. So the lady who owned this house before we bought it, this is in a historic district, and this room literally was an award-winning room, this nook I'm in, for Better Homes, Good Housekeeping, Better Homes and Gardens, like 1982. But it's 2018, and Sonia, this is not my room, but whatever. But anyway, don't focus on like the Last Supper border right there. But listen, storage wise, you were talking about the storage. I got this, what is this, 12 space cubby at Target, and it was like
right
$40.
So, like, IKEA would sell you that for like $120.
And I don't like IKEA's furniture. I'm sorry.
I
like the way it looks. I like the way it looks.
IKEA. I don't like
but
it.
I don't like it. It's like I don't like the way it lasts. Okay. Anyway, so we're not downing.
You have to build the whole thing by yourself, and it's just like,
if IKEA is your store, we're not downing it. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me.
Go to Target.
Go to Target. Okay, that's our last promotion for Target and Home Goods and Home Depot. I'm a Lowe's girl. Anyway, so who are the people who would hire you? Like the people. How would a person know? Like, I hear all these great tips and I'm down for it, but I just don't have the eye. Like, who is the person who says, I can't figure this out? Like, when should a person look into hiring a designer or interior designer or decorator like you?
It takes like 20% of your budget to hire a designer. So that either means that, like, if you have that, you can either add. Can you hear me?
Can you start over? Your connection went bonkers.
What? No, so I'm saying is that I don't know what is going on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's good now. Perfect.
So what I usually tell people for homes, it's a little bit less for businesses, is that it's usually going to be 20% of your budget. So that can either mean that you take it out of your budget or that you add it on. that depends on your financial situation. And if you could afford it, honestly, you should do it because
Okay.
it takes away like so much stress. It takes away it makes the whole entire thing fun, meaning picking it all out. First of all, you're going to make mistakes because we all make mistakes. But I've been doing this for 4 years and I've done like countless of them. So I make less mistakes because like
Right.
it's in practice. And also, if I make a mistake, I pay for the mistake. If you make a mistake, you pay for the mistake. So, like, you're basically watching your back. It's like I have like I've had a whole video about this. Just like there's no reason not to because you still have all the fun of setting up your store. I don't do it for you. Like I don't just like cut you out. I do it with you and we have fun and then you're not stressed out and then you love your store and then also you make more sales because your store's just
Oh, that whole last part, like whatever that last sentence was. At least I missed it. The connection went crazy again.
I don't know what is up with my phone. It's charging. I promise it's plugged in.
It doesn't like it. Okay, so you guys who are still here watching live, if you have questions that you want Kayla or I to answer about branding your space or just any questions in general about your business, go ahead and pop them into the comments now. We'll be more than happy to answer those before we jump off of here because I know everybody's getting late and people got stuff to do, but
look, I figured out my phone
here. I don't see it. Maybe you just see it. I don't see it.
Oh, only you see it? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so you're like,
at least
we
I
see
look
you just
prettier
like
for myself. I feel prettier. It's good.
Oh, is it just like a glam filter?
Yeah, it's just like that one that makes you like
soft and okay. Well, then I do see it. But see, I didn't really notice the difference. Like I'm being serious. Like
I'm just angelic. I'm angelic at heart.
You were good. Okay, so Tori has a question. Would you suggest creating a space when you're e-commerce? Absolutely. You still have the same criteria for your e-commerce, for your website as you do if you were a physical space. You're just going to do it in terms of the website and everything about the experience of that website. Would you agree, Kayla?
I think so. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think that like I mean if you have a place that you're working, even if like you just have your office at home, not everybody, like even people who don't have a store, I always tell them like you should anyways like make your office at home reflect it because then you'll be able to be more focused and you'll be able to be more productive because you're in a space that is conducive to that.
Right. So the way you do that, and this might Christopher's question would probably tie in with Tori's, is like, well, how do you do that with an online type of business? So I'm going to just say specifically because I know Tori's doing a boutique, like that whole experience that Kayla talked about, like if someone walked into your business immediately, there's some conversation happening without talking.
First impression.
That first impression. So
and also you use the same like colors, use the same ideas and the same themes so that like it all matches. If somebody comes into your store and then they go on your website, then they're like, oh, it's the same place. Like, okay.
And not only that, if your brand, if your Instagram profile, let's just say this, if your Instagram profile is saying that your business, your boutique caters to sophisticated, classy women, and then I get on your website, right? And the first thing it just looks homely. There's a difference between something looking craft and maybe worldly, and then it looks like you did it yourself. That's not communicating sophisticated, high glam.
Right.
So don't try to sell me a Fendi dress. Okay, don't try to sell me a Fendi dress, a bendy dress. But your site looks like I did it, and I'm not a web designer, and that's what I mean. So if you're doing high glam, high sophisticated brand, if that's who you're trying to attract, then your website has to reflect that. And on the opposite, if you're saying, well, my brand is catering to granola moms, right? Yoga loving granola moms, there's nothing wrong with that. Then your website needs to create that feeling in the colors, in the language, on the homepage, in the images, in the how, maybe those people need to be posing more outside in nature versus, a shiny silver background.
Exactly.
Because even though that's pretty, it doesn't match with your brand and it doesn't attract the type of people you're trying to attract. Does that make sense, you guys?
That's awesome.
Okay,
By the way, the
Shiloh.
person that I mentioned before, Turf Office Furniture in New York, they actually joined.
Hey, Turf Office. Kayla just gave a glowing review to you. I wish I was in New York. I love a local business. That's all I do.
Yeah, they do.
So you guys,
they're awesome.
so whoever's in New York and can visit Turf Office, please go and visit them, and then report back to me what you bought.
Send me pictures. Well, there's so many questions.
Oh, okay. So Shy versus Bold says, what should be done on the outside of a boutique to encourage customers to come in? Ooh, I love this one. You want to go at this first, Kayla?
Okay, so you need to be like super clear with your brand. So it's going to sound really funny, but you want to repel people that are not interested, that you don't want to come in, because by repelling those people, you're actually welcoming in everybody else. You also
Hold on,
like,
pause right there, Kayla, because I want to repeat that for the people in the back who are scared to not be something for everyone because they're scared they're not going to make money. Repeat that. Repel people.
No, you got to repel people. Look, I was terrified, and I started repelling people because I was like, okay, I need to start working with my soulmate clients, because I was getting so bogged down. The second I started like really, really focusing on who I wanted to attract and only talking to them, my business exploded. And like, because you're in the group, that like I was having trouble. Like she totally, and I did it, and I was terrified. I was shaking when I like updated my Instagram bio, but my business exploded to the point where like I'm not bored ever.
Yay.
Not so good, but I'm not like, I have no time in my life. Like, for real. Like, it's great. Do it.
Right.
Repel people. Do it.
Yeah. Repel people, like you said, to attract the real people that you're trying to get to.
You want, and then those people will feel so comfortable with you, and they'll just want to come in. And there's like us the little things, like if it's freezing cold outside, make your store warm. If it's hot outside, make your store cold. It's just like little things when people are like, make your store smell good. So when people are walking by, they turn their head, they want to come in, and they come in. Interior design is not about what you see. So it's like all five senses.
Right. And specifically Shy versus Bold, like another thing you can do to encourage people to come in is literally you can have a sign that says, please come in. Sidewalk signs are amazing for storefront boutiques. If you have nothing else to say on your little chalkboard sidewalk sign, but welcome, please come in, that's enough. But you can also use that every day to talk about whatever thing you're promoting, or it's cold outside, but it's never too cold for shades.
Come see my Instagram spot.
Boom, come see, come
take a picture.
Come pose on our Instagram wall. Yep, I love that. She also says that her store is inside of a building in the basement level. So what would you suggest for her?
It doesn't matter. Just use light colors. Use a lot of textures, a lot of soft textures. Don't use like metal and stuff like that. Use more soft.
Is that specifically because she's in a basement?
Yeah, because you already have like that, like a little bit of that, like bleh. So you want to just bring it up. You want to use light colors, no dark colors. You want to put in a lot of light fixtures, but you want to use like warm tone bulbs. You know how like some bulbs are cold, some are yellow, some are blue. You want to use the yellow ones, the warmer ones, and you want to use just a lot of textures, a lot of soft feels going on. So
I love that.
Soft textures. I know people are like nervous about basements, but it's not such a big deal. Once you're in it, if you have like a well-designed space, you won't feel like you're in a basement.
I totally agree. I mean, how many people like have rooms in the basement? I mean, think about people's houses now who have like finished basements that are like out. It's the family area, and it's like outdoing people's. Some people. Okay, my call. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. My neighbor is calling me, so I'm trying to figure out if my dog is like on a mission out here. Excuse me. This is real life, people.
It's true. But anyway, you can't appeal to everyone. People are scared of losing clients, but if you're not going to lose some clients, you're never going to lose clients. You need to repel people. It's terrifying, but you do.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to get in the light again because I'm already chocolate and then dark and chocolate. I'm just saying. And damn. And I just smiled. All y'all saw was teeth. Okay. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for being here. I don't think I see any more questions, but thank you for you guys who did post your questions. We hope that we answered them.
Yes, thank you.
Lots of good suggestions and good feedback. Kayla, if people want to follow you or get to know more about you, where can they find you at?
Kayla_LLC.
And that's here on Instagram?
Right there. It's up there.
Yep. It's up there somewhere. I don't know if they can, I can't see it on my screen, so I wonder if they can see, like I can't see the top of your head.
Yeah, I know, but it's on your screen.
Oh, okay, you see it. Well,
it's
then
under your
cool.
name. But either way, it's Kayla_LLC, and you're welcome to come join. I post tips, I go live, I post videos. I basically just document my day all day on my Instagram stories.
Awesome. Okay, Tori says she can see it. So perfect. You guys know where to find her. And if you are just watching me for the first time live, if you're not following me, I am Sonia Tompkins. So you can follow me at Sonia Tompkins on Instagram. And I also run a free Facebook group over on Facebook called Brick and Mortar Mavericks. So you guys can come in and get some more of this good stuff. And I will be posting
Follow her.
Yeah, come follow me. I will be doing a watch party of this replay over in the group tomorrow as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
cool. That's such a good idea. Oh my gosh.
This is so there you go, Kayla. That's what you're gonna. Okay, so anyway, you guys, thanks so much for being here, and we will see you guys next time. Rachel, I saw Rachel join. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Rachel.
Kayla, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here and doing this for us.
So fun.
I know, right? Who knew? Like, okay. Well, take care of yourself, and you guys, we will see you next time. If you haven't, if you want to watch everything from the beginning, the replay will be up immediately here on Instagram.
That's awesome. Wait, one second. Smile. Let me take another screenshot.
Oh.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Cool. Did y'all see how we both like got that pose and we're like, she was like, smile. I was like. All right, I could do this all night.
You're gonna love it. Thank you. Thank you so much.